Did they just killed BJ Blazkowicz.
I believe if we just keep trying.
I had a feeling that was coming, but I'm still surprised.
I believe that someday we're gonna find our way. And I believe
We'll wait through the credits and see if there's some sort of prologue. That's surprising, but not at the same time. The tone of the game kind of suggested that this was coming, and the dreams that he was having.
That someday we'll be satisfied. I believe the angels.
So yeah, we'll see if there's a prologue here, but that was really well done. There's a couple of cutscenes and strangeness in tone here and there, but overall I thought it was really well done, and it wasn't just a standard shooter story. I think they it's always hard to rate like the second after you played, but I got a digital copy of the game. I use a site called Green Man Gaming that usually does a 20% discount, so I paid $48 for this game, and it was totally worth it. Because I'm going to play through a second time to see how it changes by choosing to save, not to save. God, I'm gonna forget everybody's name. The British guy. To see how it changes the narrative. I assume that the game will be pretty much the same, but there'll be subtle changes to the narrative. I think it's worth playing. There's obviously some stuff in the story that falls into the, you know, cliche first-person shooter, but I thought that they did enough stuff with the story and the characters and the character development that made it, you know, not just your run-of-the-mill shooter story, which I appreciate.
But not for me, and not for you.
I mean, I don't like giving things a scale rating, but the thing that pops into my head is like an 8 out of 10 or something to that effect. Maybe even 9, because the sound design is really, really good in this game, and the music choices fit in really, really well with their narrative, and it's definitely a non-standard kind of shooter music, and that worked really well. The graphics are really good. There's something about the id 5, Tech 5, I think it's Tech 5 engine, where the textures and the models kind of flash in, so if you rotate your view too fast, and that was a little bit annoying. And then they have a VSync problem, so I had to disable VSync in-game and then force it through the NVIDIA control panel. I'm sure that's something that they can patch. But the narrative is good. It's cliche in some spots, but then it's fairly poignant in others, and a little bit different. Sound design is great, music's great, visually it looks really good. Yeah, an 8 or a 9, easy. I mean, this isn't a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. It's really hard to give number ratings to stuff, but it's good. It was very good. Which is interesting because before we were going to play this, somebody had a pirated version on 360, and they were popping up on stream on Twitch, and 2 of my regular viewers saw it, and the streamer said it was terrible, and obviously he had no clue what he was talking about. And it seems to be doing pretty well. I think I looked it up on Metacritic, and it's floating around a 7.5 or an 8. And that's with today's critics who I feel tend to overrate some things, but then underrate a lot of other things just to drive traffic by saying something isn't very good. So yeah, I mean, it's solid. I would recommend it. If a friend asked me if this is worth picking up, definitely. I know some people are sad that there's no multiplayer in it, but as somebody who plays a majority of single player experiences, this is right up my alley. I mean, that's better than any Call of Duty single player I've played. Although I really enjoy the one with Soap as the main character in the Call of Duty, mostly because I like the actor that voices him, Kevin McKidd. He's really good. He was in Rome. But yeah, and I'd have to look at my time. It's definitely not 20 hours. But I think when we play, I'm going to start up another game here to do the different choice. And I'm going to try and pick up all the extra collectibles that I didn't pick up. So I'm guessing it's more like a 10 hour, 11 hour game. I'd have to check because I've also been replaying each mission off stream so that I can record it. For some reason the software is conflicting the recording and streaming software, so I couldn't do both at the same time the way I normally would. So during the daytime I've been replaying the missions on the easiest difficulty just so I can record through them and get them up on YouTube, which I should have the entire playthrough up by probably the end of the week, no later than the end of the weekend. Playing it on easy, it goes much faster, so when we start up a new game here, it'll go much quicker. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I'm glad you stuck around for most. You were here for almost the entirety of it, I think. I know you were here yesterday too, so appreciate you watching. What did you think from your side of things? Yeah, that looks like that was it. There was... Why did it sound like there was a helicopter coming in? Hold on, I'm gonna see what resume does, if it just takes me back to the final battle. Yeah, it does. Huh, that's weird. It sounded like there was a helicopter coming in.